For this lesson, we are going to look at writing inequalities. So here are some reminders of keywords that tell us our different inequality signs: greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. When we are writing these inequalities, we're going to define a variable and then actually write the inequality. On the front page, we're not going to solve. On the back page, we are. So number one, a number is at most 15. So I like to circle the numbers in the problem for us. I'm going to underline our unknown. So a number is our unknown. I'm going to highlight kind of some key information. So at most is telling me my inequality symbol. So for our unknown, a number, I'm just going to use x equals a number. At most tells me the inequality symbol less than or equal to. So when I'm writing my inequality, x is less than or equal to 15. All right, number two. The sum of a number and 3 is less than 12. So I'm going to circle these numbers that are given to me. I'm going to underline my unknown. So again, x equals a number is my unknown. And then highlight some key information. Sum and less than. So sum is telling me the operation, less than is telling me my inequality symbol. All right, so what I like to do sometimes is start with that inequality symbol, less than 12. So less than 12. What is less than 12? The sum of our unknown number and 3. So the sum of x and 3. Okay, number 3. The quotient of a number and -2 is greater than or equal to 10. So I'm circling some key numbers. Our unknown again is a number, so I'm just going to do x equals a number. Highlighting some key information. So quotient tells us the operation. Oop, and I realized I circled just 2, not -2. That's important here. And greater than or equal to. So quotient tells me division, greater than or equal to tells me the inequality symbol. It is greater than or equal to 10. And what is? The quotient of a number and -2. So quotient means division. We're not going to use the division sign. We're going to use a fraction bar with our unknown number over -2. All right, and one more before we start solving some of these. 4 less than a number is at least -6. So 4 and -6. Our unknown, again, is a number, so I'm going to write x equals a number. And then some key information. Less than and at least. Here's where it's confusing. Less than means subtraction, and it means the inequality symbol less than. In this case, at least is our inequality symbol that we need to be greater than or equal to. So this less than is not the symbol, this is talking about subtraction. So I'm going to set up what it's equal to, at least -6, so it has to be greater than or equal to -6. Now what's on the other side? 4 less than a number. Remember with subtraction, the order is important. 4 less than means we're subtracting 4. What are we subtracting it from? Our unknown number, x. All right, let's look at setting up some inequalities and then solving those inequalities. So the sum of twice a number and 4 is at least 16. So I'm going to circle the numbers given to us in the problem here. I'm going to underline our unknown, a number again, so x equals a number. And I'm going to highlight some key information. So sum at least. And twice, because twice is not just a number, but it's an operation. So sum is telling me addition, twice is telling me multiplication, at least is telling me this inequality symbol greater than or equal to. So it has to be at least 16, so I'm setting it greater than or equal to 16. And then what's happening elsewhere? It's the sum of twice a number and 4. So we're taking twice a number and adding 4 to it. Now we are going to solve. So on this side we have plus 4, so we're going to subtract 4 from both sides. We're left with 2x is greater than or equal to 12. Second step, divide by 2. We get x is greater than or equal to 6. Graphing, well 6, I'm going to find a range that 6 falls between. That falls between 0 and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is our halfway mark. So 6 is right here. Since it has the equal to part, we're filling it in. And since our variable's on the left, the arrow points in the direction we need to shade, which is to the right. All right, number 12. Nope, why is that number 12? Weird, that should be number 6. Okay. 3 times a number increased by 7 is less than 11. So I'm going to circle the numbers in here. We have 3, we have 7, we have 11. Our unknown again is a number, so x equals a number. And highlighting some key information in here, we have times, we have increased by, we have less than. So times is telling us multiplication, increased by is telling us addition, less than is telling us our inequality symbol. So less than 11, my answer or my problem is going to be less than 11. What's on the other side of it? 3 times a number increased by 7. So we're doing 3 times our number x, and we're increasing it by 7. Now we're going to solve. If we have plus 7, we're going to get rid of it by subtracting 7 from both sides. We're left with 3x is less than 4. Now, x is being multiplied by 3. I'm going to divide by 3. And this is a fraction. I'm just going to simplify that into a mixed number 1 and 1/3. We're going to graph this. 1 and 1/3. There's a lot of different ways that we could do this. I'm going to have each tick mark represent a third. So this is 0, 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, which is 1, 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, which is 2, 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, which is 3. So 1 and 1/3 would be right here. Since our variable's on the left, the inequality symbol points in the direction we need to shade, which is to the left. All right, number 7, the quotient of a number and 5 is no greater than -9. So circling my numbers here. Our unknown again is a number, so x equals a number. Highlighting some key information here. Quotient tells us the operation, no greater than. It's not just greater than, it's no greater than. So quotient tells us division, and it's no greater than, which means it's less than or equal to. So let's set this up. No greater than -9, so less than or equal to -9. Quotient tells us division. We're going to use the fraction bar, not the division sign, of our number and 5. Let's go ahead and solve. X is being divided by 5. The opposite is to multiply each side by 5. On that side it cancels. We're left with x is less than or equal to -9 times 5 is -45. I'm going to go ahead and plot that. -45 falls between -40 and -50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -45. So that's right here. Since it has the equal to part, we need to fill it in. Since our variable's on the left, our arrow points in the direction we need to shade, which is to the left. All right, last one. 20 less than twice a number is at most 10. So circling my numbers, underlining our unknown. Again, x equals a number. Highlighting some key information here. Less than. Twice is also an operation. At most. Remember, it can be tricky because less than could be subtraction or the inequality symbol, but at most is our inequality symbol. So at most 10 means it's less than or equal to 10. So that's what my inequality is equal to, less than or equal to 10. And then 20 less than, twice a number. 20 less than means we're subtracting 20. What are we subtracting it from? Twice our unknown number, so 2x. And we can solve. Get rid of the negative 20 by adding 20 to both sides. We're left with 2x is less than or equal to 30. X is being multiplied by 2. The opposite is to divide each side by 2. And we get x is less than or equal to 15. 15, that falls between 10 and 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 15. So our circle goes right here. Since it has the equal to part, I'm filling that in. Our variable's on the left, so it points in the direction that we need to shade, which is to the left.